Okay, we'll continue with the immunoglobulin class. The next one is immunoglobulin M. Immunoglobulin M, as I told you earlier, immunoglobulin M is an antibody which will have the mu amino acid sequences. There are 5 different amino acid sequences. All are clear with that, right? Yeah, mu amino acid sequence is the one which is there in the immunoglobulin M. The total concentration of this particular immunoglobulin M is 5 to 10% of the total serum immunoglobulin. So how much ever immunoglobulin is there, out of that 5 to 10% will be immunoglobulin M. And this particular immunoglobulin that will not be present that much in the body secretions because of the heavy molecular weight. So it has a very huge molecular weight. That is why it will not be seen in the body secretions. Why? I'll tell you why. First point is 5 to 10% serum immunoglobulin. Then it has mu amino acid sequencing, and it occurs in 2 forms. One is monomeric, another one is the pentameric. What do you mean by pentameric? Pentameric is a structure which will have 5 different subunits, 5 immunoglobulins. You can see here 5 immunoglobulins are joined together and it forms a pentameric structure. So this is also an important point to remember. In competitive examination they will ask which is the immunoglobulin, which one is pentameric immunoglobulin, which is the pentameric one, immunoglobulin M. Immunoglobulin M is the pentameric one. 5 immunoglobulins are associated together and it forms the pentameric structure. One antibody, it has 2 antigen binding site, right? Any doubt in that? This is one antibody, heavy chain associated with the light chain. This is one antigen binding site and this is the second antigen binding site. So one antibody has 2 antigen binding site. So the portion of the antigen that binds with the antibody, this is the antigen. This is the antigen. The portion of the antigen that binds with the antibody is called as the epitope. Now, the portion of the antibody that binds with the antigen. So, in antibody also there is a region which will be binding with the antigen. So, this is the antibody region which will be binding with the antigen. This region is known as the paratope. Please don't forget this one. Paratope is the region which is present on the antibody and the epitope is the region which is present on the antigen. Okay, so now one antibody will have 2 paratope, 2 antigen binding site. Now how many antibodies are there? 5. So total how many antigen binding sites are there in this particular antigen? 5 into 2. How many? 10. 10 antigen binding sites are there. So you can imagine that one antigen enters 10 antigen can bind to this particular antibody because it is a pentameric structure. Monomeric form of this immunoglobulin M, usually that will be seen as a receptor on the B cell. B cell, it has a receptor, B cell receptor. You remember B cell, BCR is there. What is BCR? B cell receptor. B cell receptor is immunoglobulin M, that is membrane bound. So immunoglobulin M can be seen in 2 forms. One is membrane bound as a receptor on the membrane of the B cell, and the second one is soluble form which will be there in the pentameric form. Monomer, membrane bound, pentamer is soluble in nature which is there in the circulation. The life of this immunoglobulin M in the serum is 5 days. They will be there in the circulation for 5 days, and this is the first antibody produced by the neonate. I told you just in the previous discussion about the immunoglobulin G that till 6 months of time period immune system will not be developed properly. So gradually the immune system start developing, and the first antibody which is produced during any infection, whether it is adult or babies, first antibody which is produced during any infection is immunoglobulin M. I will tell you why so in the next coming classes. So remember for time being that immunoglobulin M is the first antibody which will be synthesized during any antigenic challenge. And this is the first antibody produced by the neonate. What do you mean by neonate? A newborn baby. When the immune system develops, when antigen encounters its body, this is the first antibody which is produced by the neonate. Immunoglobulin M. Okay, that is another important point to remember. And most important one is immunoglobulin M doesn't have hinge region. What is the purpose of hinge? What is hinge region? The region which is there in the constant region CH1 and CH2, we have seen there is a hinge region, proline and cysteine rich region is there where disulfide bond formation is there. Hinge region is the one which will make the antibody flexible. Remember last class I told you. Now immunoglobulin M that doesn't have hinge region. So one more immunoglobulin don't have hinge region. One is immunoglobulin M Another one is immunoglobulin E, which we'll be discussing now. So remember that Me doesn't have hinge region. What is Me? Immunoglobulin M and immunoglobulin E that does not have hinge region. All other three immunoglobulins. What are the other immunoglobulins? Immunoglobulin G, immunoglobulin A and immunoglobulin D. GAD, it has hinge region, whereas Me does not have hinge region. Okay, so that's all about the immunoglobulin M. A quick recap on this. Immunoglobulin M, the amino acid sequencing is mu. 5 to 10% of the total serum immunoglobulin is immunoglobulin M. And there are two forms. One is monomeric, which will be acting as a receptor for B cell, act as BCR. Another one is pentameric, which is soluble in nature, and the life of immunoglobulin M is 5 days. And this is the first antibody produced by neonate, and for adults also, whenever you get a infection for the first time, antibody which will be produced is immunoglobulin M, and it does not have any hinge region. Okay, now we are moving on to the next class of immunoglobulin, that is immunoglobulin A. Now you tell me which amino acid sequencing will be there in immunoglobulin A. Immunoglobulin A will have the alpha amino acid sequencing, and the total amount of this immunoglobulin A in the serum is 10 to 15%. 10 to 15% of the total serum immunoglobulin is immunoglobulin A. And most important point, this is the predominant immunoglobulin which is present in the body secretion. What are the body secretion? Your tear, saliva, sweat, all these are body secretion. All the body secretion will have the immunoglobulin A, and this is the immunoglobulin which is present in the mother's milk. So that is why people say that mother's milk is very much important, because mother's milk, it has immunoglobulin A. That is also a body secretion. So saliva, tears, your sweat, and then mother's milk will have the immunoglobulin A. Thereby this immunoglobulin will give immunity to the newborn till 6 months of time period, or till the time the baby takes the mother's milk. They will get the immunity from the mother through this immunoglobulin A which is there in the mother's milk. And one more point to remember, it is a dimer. Immunoglobulin M is a pentamer. This is a dimer. What do you mean by dimer? Two immunoglobulins are associated together and it forms the dimer. So when the dimer is formed, here I forgot to tell you one thing. Pentameric structure is stabilized by the disulfide bond, and also it is completely or proper stabilization is done by a small polypeptide chain which is called as the J chain. J stands for the joining chain. So whenever immunoglobulin M is synthesized, along with that a small polypeptide will be synthesized which is called as the J chain. J chain will get associated with the pentameric structure and stabilize it. Similarly, in immunoglobulin A also, J chain will be secreted which will stabilize the structure, and also you can see protein polypeptide chain will be, one more polypeptide chain will be associated with immunoglobulin A which is called as the secretory component. How it get associated, I will explain it now. Secretory component is a protein which will be protecting the hinge region of the immunoglobulin A. Immunoglobulin A has hinge region. The hinge region is very, very sensitive to protease enzyme. Your all the body secretion will have protease enzyme, or when it is secreted out of the body, there is a that particular region, hinge region, it has to encounter with the protease enzyme, because it is there in the antibody is there in the body secretion. So protease enzyme, when it is encountering with the protease enzyme immediately act on the hinge region and degrade the antibody. To avoid that, to protect the hinge region of the immunoglobulin A which is there in the body secretion, a secretory component will be associated and which will protect the hinge region. It will not allow protease enzyme to act on the hinge region. Clear? Now we are going to see, the other point is the life of this one is 6 days. Immunoglobulin M 5 days. This one A, it will be there for 6 days. Now how does it secrete from into the body secretion? How it will be excreted out into the body secretion? That is what I am going to tell you. You can see that I have drawn a diagram there. This is the plasma cell. This is the plasma cell which is there in the close proximity of your any secretory cells. Okay, so any body secretory cells, mostly the epithelial cells will be there. So plasma cells in close proximity to the epithelial basement membrane. in the gut or in the salivary gland or in the tear gland, in the mammary gland, they will be releasing the dimeric immunoglobulin A. So I told you already, immunoglobulin A is present in the body secretion. Saliva, tear, and your sweat, and in the mother's milk, immunoglobulin A is there. The epithelial cells which are there, they will be helping in the transport of the immunoglobulin, which is secreted by the plasma cell. So plasma cell, which is there near close proximity to the epithelial cells which are there in the secretory region of the body, they will be having a receptor. Those receptor will bind with the dimeric form of the immunoglobulin, and they transport this immunoglobulin A from the plasma cell to the body secretion. So epithelial, these are the cells will be secreting the secretion of the body, saliva, tear or whatever. So along with the secretion, the immunoglobulin will enter into the secretion with the help of or through this epithelial cells which are there on the in that particular region. Okay, so the first point to write is plasma cells grow in close proximity to the epithelial basement membrane in the gut, salivary gland, tear gland and mammary gland releases the dimeric immunoglobulin A. Okay, now the plasma cell produces immunoglobulin A, and preferentially it will migrate to the epithelial cells. Epithelial cells, you can see that in the diagram it is clearly drawn that it has a receptor. Okay, that receptor is known as the poly-Ig receptor. This receptor which can be seen here, that is called as the poly-Ig receptor, that will bind with the dimeric form of the immunoglobulin A. Once after binding, poly-Ig receptor and immunoglobulin A complex enter into the lumen by receptor mediated endocytosis. Here again, like immunoglobulin G, here also receptor mediated endocytosis is happening. Once it binds to the poly-Ig receptor, this will enter into this is a receptor and antibody is bound here. The receptor along with the antibody enter into the lumen of epithelial cell through the vesicle. So this is called as the receptor mediated endocytosis. So you have to go through the receptor mediated endocytosis once to understand the concept. Now the poly-Ig receptor is cleaved enzymatically and it will become the secretory component. So when it enter into the vesicle, the entire receptor will be entering. Inside the vesicle, because of the pH variation, the receptor, the stalk, here you can see there is a stalk, and on top of that 5 domains are there. The stalk will be cleaved off, whereas the 5 domains which are there in the poly-Ig receptor will bind to the immunoglobulin A. Okay, so within the vesicle, the stalk will be cleaved off, whereas the remaining 5 domains will bind to the immunoglobulin A. Okay, now this immunoglobulin, the 5 domains which are associated with the immunoglobulin A will act as the secretory component. This will protect the hinge region, because hinge region is very sensitive to protease enzyme. Now the pentameric the dimeric IgA is secreted into the body secretion through this particular mechanism. Now breast milk, it has the immunoglobulin A. This is how it will be released out, and the newborn will get immunity to all the infections. It will be protected from all the infections during the first month of life with the help of this immunoglobulin A. So I will tell you once again all the important point. Amino acid sequencing is alpha. Total concentration is 10 to 15%. This is the predominant one which is present in the body secretion, and it's a dimer. 2 immunoglobulins are associated together, so thereby how many antigen binding sites are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. It has a secretory component and joining chain which will stabilize the binding. This is how the secretion happens. The plasma cells which are there near the epithelial cell, secretory epithelial cell, they secrete the antibody in the form of a dimer. Once the dimer is formed, it binds with the poly-Ig receptor, and the receptor along with the antibody enter into the lumen of epithelial cell through a vesicle, and after entering into the lumen of the epithelial cell, within the vesicle, the stalk of the poly-Ig receptor will be cleaved off, whereas the 5 domains which are associated with the receptor will bind to the immunoglobulin and protect the hinge region, and after covering the hinge region, the antibody will be secreted out into the body secretion. Okay, so epithelial cell will push the immunoglobulin A into the body secretion. Now the function of the secretory component is it will protect the hinge region, because hinge region is very sensitive to protease enzyme. It can undergo digestion because of the protease enzyme, but this secretory component will protect it, and thereby it will be antibody will be stabilized. So very important point to remember is this is the immunoglobulin which is there in the mother's milk. So immunoglobulin G is the one which crosses the placenta. Immunoglobulin M, that is the first antibody produced by the newborn, and immunoglobulin A, that is the antibody which is present in the mother's milk, which will give immunity to the newborn baby or the neonate.